G'day viewers, welcome back to Ride Far and Wide. As you know, I just bought some Enduristan Monsoon Evo panniers for the trusty WR. Today I'm out on the first test ride, giving them a bit of a trial run, and so I thought I'd just show you how they fit, how they go onto the bike, how they pack out, and a few other little features and quirks and things like that that I've noticed along the way. So let's get started. Okie doke, well here they are, they're all packed up. As you might remember, I got two different sizes for the WR. On the left here is the 34 litre pannier, so that's the large size. And on the right here is the 24 litre. So that one goes on the exhaust side of the bike and the large size goes on the other side. I've also bought the little fender pack, and you can see that just here. That's got some tools in it at the moment and a spare tube. I'm still trialing what exactly will go in there, but we'll have a bit of a closer look at how that fits on in a minute. And then also I got the bottle holster, and that's that one there, so we'll talk about that one too. It was only really a trial run today, so I didn't do a proper pack as if I was going camping. Just grabbed a bunch of towels out of the cupboard and sleeping bag and put them in just to see how everything might go in and how they all secure up and close up. They packed in easy, and you can certainly get a whole bunch more stuff in there, so which augurs well for the longer trips that I've got planned in the future. So let's go and take a look at how they fit on the pannier racks. I'll put the 24 litre on because it goes on this side. It's on the high side of the bike, so a little bit easier for access, but it's on the side stand. Doing this with one hand, so just bear with me. You click those on, you can see it mounts onto the pannier racks there, hopefully you can see that, and then just give them a push to seat them, which is pretty straightforward. And then you've got the little loops here, just those down there, and all you do, just get your finger in there, give them a tug so they click in. You can hear it click on this one here. Hopefully you can see that. Just sometimes it's better to come around from this side. There we go. Right, so they're all clicked in now, and your pins go back in. And as before, these are retained. I'll just show you. Hopefully you can see that. They've got that little ball there in the end, just to retain them when they're in. And once they're in, that means these can't come back up again. Okay, so then the next stage, we've got these really long straps here, the top corners. So what I do is I just loop those through one of the loops on the racks here. So they're all hooked up there. These clips here, the cam lock I think they call them, that type, they're metal, I think aluminium, so very robust. Just look around this side, you can see that one there. And they have the little spring action clamp, whatever it is, with the little serrated things to hold it in there. One thing I have noticed is these straps are really long. You can see how long they are. Look at that. It's huge. And I think that's to allow fitment onto a wide variety of situations. So some people might have a rack up here or something they want to fit to, or some tubing or something else on the bike. They do tuck in quite well in behind there, which is all fine. So let's take a look how they fit on. And hopefully you can see in there. So they're fitted on to the racks and they click on. One thing to note on my racks, and I'll just show you on this one here, as I said, these are the Outback Motortech racks, and they do have these extra loops here. I thought they may interfere, they don't, but what they do sometimes is they make it a little bit difficult to get your finger into those loops, depending on where that fabric hides and where they're positioned along here. So it just takes a little extra minute just to get your finger in there or your thumb in there and pull them down. But I did actually go into the bags themselves, and these brackets here, I'll show you on the other bag actually, it's probably easier. So these brackets here are held on by 4 Allen head screws coming from inside the bag itself, and what I found is if you loosen them off just a touch, it does make these clips easier to lock onto the bar itself. What I did, loosen them off a little bit until it was quite easy to get it on, and then I just re-tightened them again. So it only was maximum half a turn, and then they're probably only a quarter to an eighth of a turn looser than what they were when they came from the factory. So it was just that little bit of fine tuning to make them work properly. I do have a mate who's just bought some of these actually, and he found that he had to move. He has a Triumph Tiger 900, and he had to move where these clips were placed slightly along, and apparently you can do that by unscrewing them, drilling a couple of new holes, and just you can move them along this axis here where they sit. And he reckoned that was easy enough to do, although he does have to seal the old holes that were there, otherwise you're going to lose the waterproofing qualities there. We'll take a bit of a look at how the bags sort of open and close and fasten and all that kind of thing. So we've got these straps here which sort of help tie the bag together across the top and could help with compression, and also if you are carrying something along the top here, they might help as a bit of extra security for that. You can see there you've got those little loops. There's some there and there's some here for carrying extra bits and pieces. So really just get those off. That's pretty straightforward. All of the straps come with these elastic strap keepers, which is awesome because they are quite long. So you do need to tuck them in to stop them flailing around, and let's face it, no one likes flappy straps. These ones here are the ones that hold the roll top down. So they just attach to the side there. Again, they've got strap keepers on them, and again they're quite long because it allows you plenty of give in how much you want to pack in. Really just to fold them over, and you can see there, whoop, hopefully you can see in there, and that's it. And you know, as I said, I've just put a few things in there, mostly towels, just to pack it out today. But there's so much space, and this is the 24 litre one, and so the 34 litres is another 10 litres bigger again, but they are really quite cavernous. So I think it's going to be really interesting when next time I go on my camping trip to see exactly how much space I can fit in. And you can see the red interior does certainly help in identifying what might be inside when you're fishing around for something in particular. Couple of things I have noticed which are really great. These buckles here, they're plastic but they're really rugged, so that bodes well for long-term use. And the straps themselves, this quite thick webbing straps, which are great. They are pretty stiff when you get them new, so they can be a little bit hard to move around, but I've used similar kinds of stuff on other equipment before, and it doesn't take too many trips before it starts to soften up and get a little bit more pliable and flexible and easy to use. So that's definitely not a negative. It's just I think it's just the nature of the material, but they are looking very strong. And this outer body here, it's really robust. Hard plastic base here. Well, it's a little bit untidy there. I didn't notice that before. It's just come off, but that's okay. And then so that extends all along the front edge here, and then partly under the end, under the bottom here, you can see as well. Doesn't go all the way. And this outside layer, it's a triple laminate layer, and it's really really firm, really strong. I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how that might get more pliable over time, whether it does or not. It's not an issue now, certainly, but it's just, I suppose, just more of interest than anything else. And the way it's all been put together, the seam welding and the stitching and everything like that seems to be really robust. They offer, I think it's a 5-year warranty on these, which is good. I'd like to think for the money I paid that I'll see a lot longer than 5 years on them. So, and then rolling them up, again, it's pretty straightforward. You just tuck those sides in and give them a good old punch down. Bit of a push, get the air out. And then your side straps just fasten like that. Top straps over here. And you're good to go. Let's take a look at the bottle holster first of all, and these are the two accessory packs, I suppose, that I got with the bags. This is the bottle holster right here, and there's a couple of different ways you can put them on. It comes with two straps that fit in, and so anyway, I'll just show you how it works. So there's this top strap here that goes on, so you just loosen that off. That goes over the top of the bottle. Just comes off like that, and that sort of keeps it down. Probably not the best water bottle to use with this, but the only one I had at the time. Then these are the straps here, so I'll show you on the other side how they go. They're just long straps, but it's the same on both sides. They have these little loops here. You can see those there, and those straps just feed through there and around onto these ladder lock buckles here. It's not the best system, because not for this thing, because it's only one thing holding them. It does sort of tend to sway side to side. So what they recommend you can also do, and I've done this with the fender pack, is you can take these buckles off and you actually use these straps here and loop them through. I'll show you how that works on the fender pack. So I've taken the buckles off there, and then they loop through the ladder locks on the fender bag itself, and you can just pull them tight. That works much better. It's easier, a lot easier to do. I've got both of them on this one, but if I take those off, we'll just loosen those. You can see, look, it does swing from side to side, and you can see there, hopefully, that how that's looped on. It's not so good. So what I'll probably do on this one is also I'll take these off, and then I will just loop those straps through these buckles here, which are attached onto the holster itself. That'll be a much better solution in the end, but it works really well. You can hold a bottle, quite a good sized water bottle, and if you had one with a sort of a better neck on it with a screw top or something, this would loop over the top much more easily. You can also use them for fuel bottles as well. So that's the bottle holster, works well. Just loosen those off, you can pull it in and out, no worries. And for this fender bag here, it does attach to the fender, but I'm using it as a tool bag at the moment. So in here I've got my toolkit and a spare tube, and I've got these straps here. So again, they all come with strap keepers on them, and they just loop through, and you can just tighten them off on each side, and you can see there, I mean, that's rock solid, that's not going anywhere. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.